How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. That's the entrance, right?
Yes, this is the entrance.
All right, awesome. Are we allowed through?
You just can't use the cameras.
Well, just in the lobby we can. We know not the courthouse.
Exactly.
Yeah. As long, yeah. That's all we're doing.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
You're just gonna go through security.
No problem. Yeah. We can go through any metal detector you want, anything you need, man.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is this the entrance?
No, that's the exit. This is the entrance right here. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Well, we're doing some press work.
Just in the lobby.
Not 119.
What's a 119?
It's a piece of letter that allows you to film with permission from the judge, but you can't film. You can film outside in front of the building. That's all fine.
Is there an order from the judge that says that you can't film in the lobby?
Yes, any cameras prohibited inside the courthouse.
Yeah, but that's inside the courtroom. You mean?
Inside the courthouse.
What about when the news people come? Like, why are
They
they?
have the 119s with them.
Okay, so where do we go get one?
They have to get one online at massgov.com.
Okay. Well, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of this building. They talk about your rights in this building, and our very first amendment says we have freedom of the press. So that's out of the window, pretty much. Talking with him. So.
I can.
Yeah, I'm not understanding. I was just wondering if you have the official paperwork.
Unfortunately, I do not have it on me. It is also online.
Do you understand where I'm coming from,
I
though?
understand what you're coming from. But
We have
unfortunately, that's just the rules in the building. You can't be filming inside the building without a 119.
What's the name of the person in charge?
If you want, I can most definitely call my supervisor, but you gotta take the cameras outside. Right?
Yeah, please.
Okay, that's fine. Just take the cameras outside for me. I'll call my supervisor down.
So I don't like how they just pushed us out, but we're gonna call the supervisor. We're gonna go in there because that lady. Do you see how unprofessional that lady was?
Super.
So now we have to. We were nice. She wanted to be rude. So now we're gonna express our First Amendment. We're gonna go in the publicly accessible areas. We're not taking no for an answer. This is our right as Americans. This is what's happening. So stay tuned. How we doing, sir?
What's up?
How you doing?
How we doing?
So we're working on a story out here in Superior Court here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be going into the publicly accessible areas. Your officers here seem to have some sort of issue. They're saying that.
Well, the first one said we could, and then he said we can't, and then
the other one was acting really rude. I'm not sure if this is how your officers act on a daily basis, but it's totally unprofessional. We were completely cordial. So they want to disrespect us and say that like pretty much the First Amendment doesn't apply here. So now we have the right, we have the law, like backed up by the law to go in this publicly accessible area, right in the lobby, not the courtrooms, obviously, just in the lobby here to work on our story, and then we're out. That's all we're here doing.
What story are we working on, dude?
It's a story about the Superior Court.
But we're not trying to go into any.
And we're not trying to give anyone a hard time either, but we're just trying to do.
I understand.
We're just trying to do our job. That's all.
Yeah, but we got a job to do. That
Of course.
comes from above us.
Of course, and we're doing everything. I'm doing everything within the law, and that's why when we enter this establishment, we just go in the publicly accessible area. We know not to enter anything that says restricted. We this is not our first rodeo.
No, I understand
we
that,
have been
but
to
we have
hundreds.
things that people that come in with video cameras can't be going into even a public view without, written thing from the trial courts. I'm trying to think of the name.
So
of the woman.
but, I mean, we don't have a problem if you escort us. So you have the right as the same right as us to be in this building.
No, I know it's about recording people that are in there and stuff like.
Well, we're not here to record anyone specifically.
No, I know that.
But nobody has a right to privacy in public. So even if we stay in the lobby, it doesn't matter if they don't want to be recorded or not. Legally, I have the right to do so.
But we're not here to film.
Yeah.
People. We're working on a story about the.
Oh, wow.
Are you all set, sir?
I'm just witnessing a First Amendment audit, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, technically, if it just became one. We just trying to work on a story about this building.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate you. But that's it, man. And we were
Let me talk to my boss. And
You could talk to whoever, but I already know that I've done this. I do this for a living.
I know that, but there are rules that we got to
Of course,
go by
and
'cause they tell us to.
Of course,
don't let
buddy.
anybody
And they might say, hey, our policy says it's a security issue. They can't, but unfortunately, that's not the law. So if your guy says no, we'll just have to call the police. The police will come down and they'll inform you guys, hey, they can be right in this area. And we don't want to go through that trouble, but
No,
if
I
we have to
understand that,
educate,
but I still gotta go through
of
my-
course, do your
Okay.
thing, man, and we'll
Just
be.
hang tight. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, what's the channel?
So we have 2 channels.
Are you a police officer?
No.
What do you think? What do you think about the unconstitutional notices by the police commissioner on the police station, substation, headquarters buildings? It says it's a tax-paying. We all pay taxes for that building. There's a notice on the door that says if you come into the building in the public lobby, that you will be, if you're videotaping or recording audio, you'll be arrested. Per the police commissioner. Now that's against, now I work as a First Amendment auditor or as an independent reporter. If I'm working on a story at a place that's funded by my tax dollars, how do I do my job if I'm going to be arrested for something that's constitutionally protected in America?
Listen, I wholly agree. In the reality of the situation that I believe that we're in is we have the Constitution.
Yes.
Those Constitution, it recognizes our rights. It doesn't give us rights. It recognizes our rights that we have.
It's our God-given
inherent
rights.
to us
Yes.
as human beings, right? And then we have these executive agencies who make administrative regulations that are contrary to the Constitution. We all know it, okay? But the reality is you can walk into that building knowing that you're doing something that's constitutionally protected under speech and press and assembly, and you could very likely be arrested, put through the criminal justice process, and still somehow end up found guilty when all is said and done.
Yeah.
Even though we all know full well that our constitutional rights have been violated.
Absolutely.
And
And,
now-
then they end up either found guilty
And
or,
let me
then
ask-
they put you through the embarrassment of taking you to jail in front of
Sometimes
people.
just the process itself is the punishment. You
Yeah.
can be found not guilty and you're
They-
still
they-
harmed.
sometimes
Here
they
with
even-
Boston, we were working on a handful of protester cases. For example, people who were protesting the COVID lockdowns and the vaccine mandates.
Yep.
They ended up out front of Mayor Wu's house where she didn't like it. She lobbied the Boston City Council to pass a targeted residential picketing ordinance. It was only supposed to subject individuals who violated to a ticket.
Yep.
Individuals went out there knowing that they would be ticketed, likely. They ended up getting arrested for disturbing the peace and disorderly conduct.
Wow.
They've been put through, they're still pending their cases. This is a couple years later. They're still pending. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office is insisting on prosecuting these individuals.
For peacefully protesting on the sidewalk?
Yeah,
Or-
in
oh, okay,
streets
okay.
and sidewalks,
Yeah, yeah.
typical traditional public forums.
Yep.
And meanwhile, we've collected over 200 cases over the past couple of years since the current district attorney has taken office, that's Kevin Hayden, where you have individuals who are blocking highways, who are blocking access to public ways, who are going to the State House and interrupting proceedings. Each and every single one of them, their cases have been dismissed, many of which were prior to trial. And so we're arguing selective prosecution. Anybody who sees this knows that it's selective prosecution based on these individuals, the content of their speech. And a lot of the courts, believe it or not, have been receptive to our arguments, but we're still working our way through that process.
Appreciate you.
Just to
Y'all
give you a
keep in
heads up.
touch.
You just got to go to Jennifer Donahue, who's the PR person over next door, and
Okay.
just JC, and just get whatever you need to.
So-
Can we go there now?
So you're saying
just walk over to the next building.
So we just came from the John Adams Courthouse.
Right.
No issues there. They just told us no inside the courtroom. Obviously, we know that. But other than that, they said it's no issue. So they say we don't need nothing. They said there shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, are you sending us to the building we went to?
Yeah, you sent us right next door, right?
They don't have,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
don't
no.
have an issue with us filming
We
there.
you
That's
could
why
even
we're
call them.
surprised. We're like, what the heck?
You could even
No.
call them and say,
No, I know that, but they got their own rules there. But she works there. She runs the whole trial court information, public
Do
information
you think she
stuff.
would be able, is this a process that takes
Jennifer,
a long time?
I don't know.
is she your supervisor?
No, she's not my supervisor.
Oh, okay. So so the person you talked to, what did they say?
That's the person that you deal.
That's the person we have to deal with?
Right.
All right.
They get just to see all the media have thing and they sign in every day, and
Yep.
if there's trials that need the thing. And
Yeah, that's if we want to go in the courtroom. We're not trying to go in the
No,
courtroom.
I know.
At all. In any way, shape, or form. You
I'm
could
trying
look.
to get a straight answer from. my superior and stuff like that.
Well, we appreciate you.
You know,
And if you really wanted to, you could literally just walk us in there and walk us out literally in like less than a minute. That's we need. It's really at this point the principle of working on the story to educate some people that were rude to us in there. That's all it is. We're not going to say anything. We're not going to talk to them. It's just the principle of our rights living in the United States of America. Where
no, I understand.
You know, that's all it
is.
That's all it is.
You got to understand. I have a job, and I could take you in there and out. No problem, but I don't want to get into shit for doing what I
hear you. Yeah, and you shouldn't because we're engaged in a constitutional protected legal activity.
I mean, we could walk in the governor's
we were just on the governor's balcony. We were over here.
We were in the governor's balcony, bro.
So I know, but things feel different in courthouse. People are doing personal things, doing coming in, you know, and they're walking by and someone sees whatever. What are you doing in the courthouse? And just that's all. We have a little.
So we'll go to that lady and then we'll.
So is this lady in? She's gonna speak to us?
I hope so.
Because if not, then we have to call the police. They're gonna come down here.
And hopefully, I get the okay to just walk you in and out until.
Perfect.
I'm trying to.
What's this lady's name so we could just
Jennifer Donahue.
Jennifer Donahue. Perfect. All right, man.
All right.
Thank you. What's your name?
Rich.
Rich. Good to see you, man.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
We'll be right back, sir. What's up, buddy? Good. Is your supervisor still around?
He's not around.
He's not?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, if you could, just because we have to run something by him so we can go in there and do work on our story.
He'll be down here in a second.
Thank you, sir. Next door.
Yeah.
Went to Kay Donahue's office. Nobody's there. So, well, I'm gonna work on getting the proper credentials and what I have to do. However, we still have the proper credentials right now today under the First Amendment. So, what we would like to do is, with your permission, all together, very briefly and under a minute, walk us into the publicly accessible lobby and back out. We've worked on our story. We're on our way. You never see us again.
I do that in a heartbeat, but my boss just called me and said no filming whatsoever.
What's it? Okay, all right.
That's all. I'm just.
All right, so I get that.
I was just ready. I waited out here for 10 minutes and then I just left. I just got upstairs and called.
What is it with cameras though? Like,
I don't know.
I
I told you the thing with the cameras is if you just happen to see someone that's coming out of an elevator, and then wherever you put it, whatever, it just might hit someone that's up here on charges for something that's off the, you know.
I mean,
but you guys got cameras and
anyone
stuff.
that's here for charges or anything, we can request and find out everything that's going on.
I know that.
So
we know that.
like
it's just a camera thing. That's why it's Rule 119 of the SJC. And they're the ones that they'd give you something if you told them, show them that you're doing a documentary or whatever. Boom, they give you the right to go in there like the news media does it every day.
Okay.
And I got my rule from my boss.
Yeah. So you're saying we just can't go in then?
Yeah, today.
All right.
So you try her tomorrow. I don't know if she and anybody answer to you.
We need the okay. We need the okay from her though.
Yeah, that's the.
All right.
That's our rule. Even people come in and try to sit in the courtroom with cameras and stuff and thing. They got to sign in and can show us.
And are you guys a police or are you guys security? Or marshals? Marshals?
Court officers.
Oh, court officers. Do you guys swear an oath to the Constitution?
We do.
So
I understand you.
So what's going on, man? You guys got cameras in the building. We all got cameras. We're not. See, I'm not doing nothing illegal. No one would walk in there with a camera doing something illegal. Obviously, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
And so, because
I gave you my.
Of course, and I totally respect.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our now what we have to do though, now we have to call the police, and now the police have to come down. And then they have to be like, guys, they can come in. And we don't want to.
We got judges that tell police what to do all the time.
Yeah, no, and that's inside the courtroom.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's where this would go to if it got out of hand and stuff like that.
Yeah, very true.
You know, we don't want that.
And exactly. Exactly.
Documentation, then you can go anywhere we want in the building.
Yeah.
You know. I know what you guys are doing your thing, whatever it is, but I got a job to do. And that's what I was in there calling, and I didn't get an answer from anyone until I sent you up next door to
and who gave you the answer to say no?
What's the name of that person?
Regional Director is Jason Dickey.
All right.
He's
And,
the regional,
is
he's the
he?
regional boss. He's
And
not
where's his office?
in Dedham,
In Dedham? Oh,
Mr.
perfect. That's a Superior Court.
right across the street.
Nice.
Mr. Dickey?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right, we'll
All
make
right.
sure we'll try to.
All right. Cool. So we'll speak to
It all
him.
comes from next door, so your best bet is to
Hit the next door.
hook
Yeah.
up with her and get the documents you need, and you can do whatever you need to do.
All right.
Of course.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, and being
And I feel, and the other guy shouldn't have done. I already spoke to him. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And it wasn't the guy so much. It was really the
It
girl.
was really the girl.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
She's
Yeah.
putting the pin over her.
She's like,
her
"Why are you
head
recording
and
me?" Getting an
everything. Like, that
attitude, and it's like,
that
if you
doesn't look good on your. on your
like,
team.
I understand people
All right,
have bad
I think
days, but
yeah, exactly.
you know.
Okay, so I yelled at the wrong guy.
Well, it's okay. We just say you're sorry. You know what I mean? Well, thank you, man. You take care of
Hey, Joe, you said?
Good luck,
Joe?
Rich.
Rich? All right, man.
Hey.
Rich.
Chase from the Allen Report.
Thank
Good
you
seeing
so
you.
much.
Good luck, guys.
You take care.
All right, man. We'll be back.